are the Milwaukee Bucks title contenders. Now, you may say this may be an overreaction from last night's game. As I'm recording this is coming right after they just beat the New York Knicks, man. They beat them 121-111 in a game that I thought the Knicks were going to pull away with for a couple of minutes there, and the Bucks just kept fighting, man. Now, I do think this is a slight overreaction, man, but I do actually want to just talk about the Bucks because I think they're in a better position than most people thought they would be coming into this year. So yeah, let's talk about it, man. So, of course, last season, man, the Bucks were kind of up and down. They had a lot of injury problems, particularly with Damian Lillard having the blood clot thing, and then I think Giannis missed a couple games there. The whole Chris Middleton situation where, of course, Chris Middleton was hurt. They traded him for Kyle Kuzma. The Kuzma trade is pretty much a disaster at this point. And they come into this offseason. They waived Dame, which nobody saw coming. They signed Miles Turner, which nobody saw coming. And I guess they wanted this mentality of that, hey, we're just going to be a really, really good defensive team that hopefully Giannis can just score enough and create enough offense for us to be somewhat decent on offense, man. Which, yeah, so far that's pretty much been what they've been, man. The Miles Turner signing, he hasn't shot in the ball well, but his defense has been really good. And then last night, if you were watching the game when they played the Knicks, when you have him and Giannis on the court at the same time, they just look gigantic. They take up so much space between them where they're both these super long, tall, lanky NBA players, man, and defenders, and they can just cover so much space that offenses are always going to struggle when both of them are on the court. Now, the defense has been fine. The offense is where the problem kind of comes in, and again, their offense is pretty much, hey, Giannis, you're arguably the best player in the world. Please do something. And so far this year, Giannis has been able to just do something, man. He put up 37 and 7 and 8 last night. And was plus 18 against the New York Knicks, who are one of the title favorites to come out of the East this year. And again, Giannis has just looked like Giannis. And I think for a couple of years there, people kind of got in their head that Giannis was just, Giannis was a top 5 player, but he wasn't as good as Jokic. And then last year, Shea wins MVP. The year before that, Luka Doncic does what he does. And people have kind of just pushed Giannis to the back of their mind and just went, oh, man, well, Giannis is great. And just overlooked him because, again, he has kind of had playoff failures the last couple of years. And he just has been the model of consistency to the point that people kind of got bored with it. But I think this is definitely the year where, arguably, he's going to reinsert himself as the best player. I think honestly, when he's healthy and when he's playing at his best, he's the best player in the world. And people can't do the defensive and offensive stuff that he can outside of maybe Luka. And we want to see if he wins for the full season. And so right now, Giannis is my type of NBA players that Giannis just kind of has to elevate. Like Ryan Rollins had 25 last night. Who would have guessed that? AJ Green, Gary Trent Jr. Again, Miles Turner hasn't been good offensively so far this year. I do think he's going to regress back to to actually compete with most of the top teams in the East, but I do think they're going to be a fairly decent regular season team as long as Giannis can stay healthy, man. So, yeah, I'm riding on the wave right now. I think Giannis probably is going to end up winning MVP this year. Again, I think it's going to be a 2-horse race between him and Wemby. I need to see Wemby play more than like 50, 60 games in order for me to fully get on train with that. Like, we've seen Giannis play at an MVP level for multiple seasons, essentially, man. And we just haven't had that long track record so far with Wemby, man. But, yeah, it's a 2-horse race between him and Giannis. I think the started missing Darius Garland, but they competed with them when they played with them. Keep your eyes on this Bucks team, man. Keep your eyes on this Bucks team. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about was this little Bucks team, man. If you are new, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.